Have you ever met someone who seems calm under pressure? Learns new things ridiculously fast. Asks questions nobody else even thinks about. And you wonder, are they just naturally gifted? Maybe. But here's something surprising. People with extremely high IQ don't always look like the stereotype. They're not always top students. They're not always rich. They're not always successful. In fact, many struggle with anxiety, overthinking, loneliness, and feeling misunderstood. Because having a powerful mind isn't the same as knowing how to use it. Today, we're going to explore the psychology of people with extremely high IQ. Not the myths. The real mental patterns. And by the end, you might recognize some of these traits in yourself. Let's unlock the mind. 1. They question almost everything. Most people accept information as it is. Someone says, "This is how things work." Most simply nod. But people with extremely high IQ usually ask, why? What evidence supports this? What if the opposite is true? Their brain naturally searches for deeper explanations. This isn't because they want to argue. It's because curiosity feels impossible to ignore. Imagine a child who keeps asking why 50 times. Most people grow out of it. Highly intelligent people often don't. Their curiosity simply becomes more sophisticated. This habit helps them learn faster. Because instead of memorizing answers, they understand systems. And when you understand the system, you can solve problems nobody taught you. Here's something you can practice today. The next time you learn something, don't just ask, "What is it?" Ask, "Why does it work?" That one question can completely change how your brain learns. 2. They spend more time thinking than talking. Have you noticed that some of the smartest people in the room aren't the loudest? That's because high IQ individuals often process information internally first. While others react. They observe. While others rush to answer. They collect more information. Silence isn't empty for them. It's where thinking happens. Imagine watching a chess grandmaster. They don't move instantly. They pause. They predict. They imagine dozens of possibilities before making one move. Many highly intelligent people approach everyday life the same way. The downside? They can overthink. Simple decisions become exhausting. What if I choose wrong? What if there's a better option? Their greatest strength can sometimes become their biggest weakness. Thinking is powerful. But action is what changes life. 3. They notice patterns other people miss. This might be one of the biggest psychological differences. Highly intelligent people often connect ideas that seem completely unrelated. A conversation reminds them of a book. The book connects to history. History connects to business. Business connects to psychology. Suddenly, they discover a completely new idea. Their brain constantly builds invisible bridges. This ability is called pattern recognition. And it's one reason many inventors, scientists, and entrepreneurs create breakthrough ideas. They're not seeing more information. They're connecting information differently. You can train this skill too. Read books from different subjects. Learn about psychology, science, history, business, art. The more ideas you collect, the more surprising connections your brain can create. 4. They often feel different. Here's something people rarely talk about. High intelligence can feel lonely. Imagine loving conversations about deep ideas. But everyone around you only wants small talk. Imagine seeing problems others ignore. Yet nobody believes they're important. Over time, you may start feeling misunderstood. Not because you're better than others, but because your brain naturally works differently. Some highly intelligent people even hide their intelligence. They simplify their thoughts. Stay quiet. Pretend not to know things. Just to fit in. If you've ever felt like, no one really understands how I think, you're definitely not alone. Many brilliant minds have felt exactly the same. 5. They're constantly learning. One thing you'll notice about highly intelligent people: learning never really stops. School ends, but curiosity doesn't. They read for fun, watch documentaries, explore random topics at midnight, learn new skills just because they're interesting. To them, knowledge isn't homework. It's entertainment. Every new idea becomes another puzzle piece. And over years, those puzzle pieces create extraordinary understanding. Here's the lesson. You don't need a high IQ to become smarter. You simply need to stay curious longer than everyone else. 6. They can be their own biggest enemy. This may surprise you the most. Many people with extremely high IQ struggle with perfectionism. Because they can imagine the perfect outcome, they hesitate to start. They analyze every possibility, every mistake, every risk, until nothing happens. This is called analysis paralysis. The brain becomes trapped inside thinking, instead of doing. Sound familiar? Maybe you've delayed studying because you wanted the perfect plan. Or postponed starting a project because you weren't fully ready. That's exactly how intelligent minds sometimes hold themselves back. Remember this. Done beats perfect. Every single time. 7. Emotional intelligence matters more than IQ. Here's the truth most people miss. A high IQ can solve difficult equations. But it can't automatically build friendships, handle rejection, stay disciplined, or control emotions. That's emotional intelligence. And in real life, it's often even more important. The most successful people combine both. They think deeply, but they also understand people. They stay curious, but they also take action. They make smart decisions, without letting overthinking control them. Because real intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing yourself. Final thoughts. Maybe after watching this, you realized you share some of these habits. Or maybe you recognized someone you know. Either way, remember this. Your IQ doesn't decide your future. Your daily habits do. Curiosity can be trained. Focus can be improved. Discipline can be built. And wisdom comes from applying what you learn. The smartest people aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who never stop growing. So here's a challenge. Today, question one assumption. Learn one new idea. And take one action you've been avoiding. Small steps. Repeated every day. That's how extraordinary minds are built. If this video made you think differently, hit the like button. Subscribe to Mind Unlocked for more psychology and self-improvement videos that help you understand your mind and unlock your full potential. And remember, the most powerful mind isn't the one born with the highest IQ. It's the one that never stops learning.